So, hi everyone. I'd like to thank Laurent for the Congress and Sandra Canale for this contribution to this case. I will talk about an ovarian tumor of a 28-year-old woman. Her transabdominal and transvaginal ultrasound shows a cystic left pelvis mass with a doped and endocystic vegetation. The CA125 marker is abnormal. What do you suggest? 1 surgery, 2 CT, or 3 MRI? The correct answer is MRI. If it's not typical, you do MRI for the characterization. If it's a typical benign or typical malignant tumor, no need further imaging for the characterization. But if a malignant tumor is suspected, CT is needed for the extension. The MRI procedure. The woman must be on empty stomach and she gets antispasmodic. The sequences are T2, sagittal, axial, more or less coronal. How is the morphology of the tumor? Is there fibrous tissue? T1 and fat suppressed T1 axial. Is there blood? Is there fat? Diffusion. If the ADC is high, not malignant tumor is suspected. And T1 GADO, dynamic contrast enhanced, sagittal or axial. We select 2 regions of interest, one in the external myometrium and one in the most enhancing part of any solid tissue. Here are the 3 patterns of enhancement. A gradual increase is defined as curve type 1. Moderate initial rise with a shoulder is defined as curve type 2, and an initial rise steeper than that of myometrium is defined as curve type 3. Thomason-Nagara proposes a 3 decision for the tumor ovarian on MRI, based on peritoneal implants or not, solid tissue, if it's purely cystic or endometriotic or fatty mass, the T2 and diffusion, and the pattern of enhancement, and if the wall enhanced or not. This leads to 5 scores. Score 1, the mass disappeared. Score 2, it's typical, it's a benign mass. Score 3, it's probably benign. Score 4, it's indeterminate lesion. And score 5, probably malignant. Here is our MRI. On this axial and sagittal T2, we can see the right ovary, so our tumor is on the left ovary. We can see it's not purely cystic because it's not the same signal as the bladder. It's not purely fatty, nor purely endometriotic. On this sagittal T2, we can see no peritoneal implants and vegetation here. On this axial T1 fat suppressed with gadolinium, we can see that the wall and the vegetation enhanced. The pattern of enhancement is type 2. And on this axial diffusion, we can see high ADC on solid components. So how do you score this mass? 1 benign, or probably benign, or indeterminate, or probably malignant. Okay, right. There wasn't any peritoneal implants, and the solid tissue was has high ADC, high diffusion, sorry, and the pattern of enhancement was curve type 2, and the wall enhanced, so it was an indeterminate lesion. The histopathological result of this ovarian tumor was an epithelial tumor, serous, borderline, macropapillary type. A borderline tumor has more than 10% borderline architecture with no stroma invasion. In the study of Thomason-Nagara, there was a few cases of borderline tumor, so other criteria are proposed to determine if it's borderline tumor or malignant tumor. For example, On the ultrasound, we often see cysts with internal papillae, like here, with multiple septa. On MRI, we often see an intermediate signal intensity in T1 and T2. The thickness of septation and size of solid components are smaller than in invasive cancer, and the diffusion doesn't significantly contribute to determinate borderline ovarian tumor. There is loculi with different degrees of signal in the mucinous type, and vegetation are more frequent in serous type. CT doesn't significantly contribute, and PET scan with the PET, the PET scan lacks the typical pattern of tracer uptake observed in invasive cancer. Here is an axial CT scan through pelvis. We can see a nodule here. What do you suggest? It is a peritoneal carcinosis, so it is a malignant tumor, or there is a doubt. We don't know if it's a peritoneal carcinosis or peritoneal implant from borderline ovarian tumor. Okay. Yes. Actually, it was peritoneal implants from a borderline ovarian tumor. Indeed, one of distinctive features of the borderline tumor is that peritoneal implants don't mean it's invasive cancer. Okay, thank you.